Audio Adventures is a D&D 5th edition podcast that deals with possible themes of gore, trauma, and societal issues. Specific trigger warnings can be found in the description. Listener discretion is advised.
Last time on Audio Adventures.
I shift back into Vez really fast. I was kind of taking this guy's place.
He sent me with you. I thought he told you to be careful, but it doesn't seem like he did.
How many people did they kill?
Many tabaxi. I'm warning you now to be on your guard with them.
Oh, and by the way, keep your eye on the kid that showed up. I mean, we could probably kill him.
It might come to that.
It's a pleasure to be working with you, Red Guest.
Pleasure to be working with you, Nick Sprite.
And I'm going to do my focus stance, and I'm going to try to reach in to Virgil and find his soul.
Get up.
The bad vibes area.
Just making sure. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be like, all right. And I'm going to put my hands on his, you're going to see my eyes open up, and I'm going to put my hands right next to Virgil's head, and I'm going to pump 30 points of healing into him. So hopefully that's enough healing.
/ bluish soul knife energy resonates through the entirety of Virgil's body, which as you're looking, you see is like, it seems like he might have gone through a growth spurt, because he seems taller, but kind of in a weird lanky way. Why are we so close to the sky? So all of you settle in for the rest of this magic carpet ride adventure to a possible gate to the Feywild. Learning new things about each other, you ride off into the horizon.
Hello and welcome to Audio Adventures. This is a D&D 5th edition podcast that is made by friends, with friends, and for friends. And if you clicked on us, buckle up. It's going to be a crazy magic carpet ride for you and me. This podcast is used by my nerdy friends and I to escape our lives for a time and act out some pretty ridiculous scenarios. And we are so glad to have you here. A couple things before we start. Our group loves the rule of cool, so I'm sure we will get rules wrong. So if we do, please feel free to tell us in a kind fashion down in the comments. Also, if you want to contribute to the fantastical world of Seblos where this campaign takes place, please make a comment and you may be seeing that kobold cleric in the very near future, along with your name in the show as well. Now, please grab a seat and some popcorn, and let's meet our Wandering Vanguard.
You'll pile onto the magic carpet. It kind of looks way down in the middle as it kind of sputters off. And you all are headed off once again, getting off of the detour that you all took after your Warforged friend jumped off the magic carpet, and you are back on your way to the Goliath camp and the portal that lies right beyond it. Tavis, you know that the rest of the trip will take a bit longer now that you're going half speed because of all of the weight that is on the carpet. So it seems that this 4-day trip might have increased a bit more.
I tell the group this, and I ask, is everyone fine still going at this pace? Or is there anything that we would all like to do to try to make it go faster?
Well, after that encounter, I would just say let's take our time a little bit. I don't think we're in any rush.
Hearing sounds.
I'm engrossed in writing out ideas and trying to continue working on the magical Warforged Remembry hat. Trademark name.
I just nod.
All right. You guys continue along your slower path. Is there anything you would like to do on the way?
I have something.
All right, go for it.
I'm going to shimmy on over next to Tomb. I'm going to make a psionic link with them. I'm going to be like, hey, Tomb, what's going on? You've been acting more reckless lately.
Tried to figure out how to word it. I guess basically, because I can't remember what you already know.
You told me a decent a bit.
Did I tell you, like, when we first met the Warforged, the first one?
Like the one on the mountain?
Yeah.
We haven't talked since then.
Okay, but did I tell you about who it was and like how?
No, we haven't. Like, I don't think. No, we talked a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think you told me though about that.
Okay, so I would basically just tell you about that when I met the Warforged on the mountain when you guys left me with Nyx, it was like a familiar bond, like a brotherly bond, that I knew who he was, but I didn't necessarily know his name, I guess. And then it made me think about, like, are there more Warforged around this area? And so I separated from Nyx at a point, or got separated from him, and dug up another Warforged to see if I could learn more about them. And then I think that's when I found Nyx again, and then we regrouped. And then I jumped off the carpet because I thought I saw one in a tar pit. And so I wanted to learn more. And then I would just explain to him, like, because I have a feeling that whoever created them created me.
I can imagine wanting to get more information on that. You know, you can talk to us, or at least talk in your own way to us. You don't have to go throwing yourself off magic carpets. If you want to check something out, let us know. We're a team, you know.
I kind of like tilt my head because of like Tomb still doesn't understand the concept of a team yet. Like he understands that the people he's traveling with are his companions, and I loosely say his friends, but I think he never thought that like he would have to tell other people what he needed to do or where he was going, or so he'd probably communicate that to you, and then he'd just be a little bit more conscientious, or try to be, about informing you when he needs to do something.
Yes, please do that. We can't lose anyone else. We've already lost Perthy, and Nina still, we don't know where she is. So we can't lose anybody else. All right?
I shake my head in agreement.
Alrighty. So you promise no more jumping off magic carpets.
I kind of tilt my head again. I'm like, what's a promise?
You won't jump off a magic carpet again, correct?
Yes, I won't.
I'm gonna drop the psionic link and tap him on the shoulder.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna sit there next to you for a while.
Okay.
Just chilling.
Cool.
Good talk.
Red guest, can you make a perception check for me?
Yeah. Oh. That is 12.
Alright. It takes you a second, but you notice out of the corner of your eye, small little fluffy just mound of black hair and large blue eyes just kind of looking at you. And when you look up, he looks away real fast and just is looking at clouds off to the side of the carpet about 10 feet in front of you.
Can I help you?
Virgil kind of like looks back. Oh, just looking at everyone. It's, sorry if I stared.
I'm going to move over to him.
Kind of leans back a little bit, but not too far.
Virgil, huh?
Yeah, that's my name.
You remind me of a boy I knew before.
Oh, really? Was he? What was he like?
He was smarter than most boys. He had a fondness for certain animals. He got insulted a lot. And I think it's with guilt that I also say that I also partook in that insulting. Partooketh. But he was a strong boy, I believe.
When you say like fondness for animals, he kind of, you see his naturally smiling face kind of loses its positivity, and he kind of looks down at the carpet. Oh, well, it sounds like if you partook, maybe he deserved it.
No. Sometimes when you're surrounded by others, you make the wrong choice. It's still your fault, but it's not. But that doesn't mean it's what you mean.
Are you deceiving, or are you being honest here?
Being honest.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
Okay. Natural 1 or 7.
Kind of look up. Well, thanks, I guess. You just kind of reminded me of someone I saw a couple times too. Sorry if I stared.
I'm going to whisper to him. Was it the murderer? A criminal? Cabbage man?
Wait. Was what and he looks around and he whispers back. Was what a murderer?
The person you saw.
Oh no, just I just remember seeing a tabaxi where I lived. That looked a lot like you, and he seemed awfully important. At least other people didn't do anything to him, so I guess that meant that they liked him?
Perhaps.
Yeah. But I always thought that his swords were really neat. But never really had a chance to talk too much with him besides some other interactions I had. But you just reminded me of him.
So, who is Perthy and Nina? I heard their names a lot, but I never met them.
Oh, okay. So Perthy is a really big, really strong guy. So like picture me, but like 4 times as big. And he has a lot of red markings around his head. He had a beard. It was really bushy. I kind of liked it. And I was teaching him how to speak, so like people, like in a language so that people wouldn't know what he was saying. And he was teaching me, and he looks around this, and then he like whips his index finger around in a small little spiral, and the whole carpet kind of like jolts up and down as a sudden gust of wind blows up.
Whoa. Did you do that?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He said that he was a druid. And him and Nina, they were both druids, and they were teaching me how to do it. And that there's this really cool goddess named Alora. I don't really get why they like her so much, but I guess if Perthy liked then she's all right. And Nina's really strong. She's a lady with gray hair and pink skin, and she like fires around a lot. And she had this talking sword, but she kind of reminded me of the mean people back home, though. Sometimes. But it was just because. But she didn't ever call me names. She was just forceful about things. So she's not bad. She's just there. So So Perthy's a really big man, and Nina's a smaller lady. And they adopted me. I actually named me Virgil.
Oh. I was adopted.
You were adopted too?
I believe so.
Whoa. You?
Yes, I was adopted. I had many quote-unquote siblings. One of them recently passed, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. And he kind of like scoots a little closer to you and like tentatively like reaches out and pats you on your knee.
I would have liked to have met Perthy and Nina.
Well, and he looks around like catching himself and leans in a little bit more. I'm actually on a mission to find Perthy. That's why those other big guys caught me, because I got sucked through a portal away from Nina. I don't know where she is anymore, but Perthy's somewhere. But I'm actually trying to go find him.
If I can be of any assistance, let me know.
Well, thanks,
Red guest.
Oh. And he holds out his hand that is his, he like, this 12-year-old boy, his hand seems about average length, except when he holds out his hand, it seems like his fingers are, with your perception, a little bit longer and look almost a little lanky and weird. Like he's trying to go through like puberty, but it's hitting in weird ways. And he holds out his hand for like a handshake.
Shake it.
Well, let me know if you need help from me. Again, sorry for staring. I was always told that's not a good thing to do.
I don't mind. I'm used to it.
Well,
Mind if I play a song right here, or would you rather me move back to where it was?
I don't mind.
You say that now, but just wait. I'm just starting. And then Redkis will just start practicing his pan flute.
Alright, roll a performance check.
I'm not going to use that dice today, obviously, with a natural 1. That is a 16.
Alright. Surprisingly, that you kind of see like Valentine out of the corner of your eye, kind of like when you start playing, she kind of like lurches back at the top left of the carpet, but as you continue, she kind of relaxes and starts like nodding and clapping along to like the beat that you were doing. It's not a bad performance. You have a solid beat down. It seems like you might be getting the hang of this. Finally.
Whoa.
Alright. The music continues around the carpet. Nyx, you're staring at your signet ring, and after an hour of reminiscing over your family, you do indeed use an infusion to turn it into the Ring of Mind Shielding, like you intended.
Do you want to know what that does, Sam?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so the Ring of Mind Shielding. First of all, I'm going to use an action to cause it to, or to stick it on my finger, and since I infused it, I instantly attune to it, and I'm going to use an action to cause it to go invisible. And then while I'm wearing this ring, I'm immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you're aligned, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can telepathically communicate you only if you are.
Nice. Pretty nice sort of wall you got around you.
If I die while wearing this ring, my soul enters it.
Oh!
Welcome to 10th level infusion.
Oh, Horcrux? What?
Yep.
Don't die, because I don't know if we can get your soul out of that one.
I can you could just pick it up off my dead body and put it on, and I can communicate with you forever.
Oh, no, I would not wear it.
I don't wanna.
I don't want to wear it now.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, I was thinking, this is kind of overpowered. Like, I was just looking through my infusions. Like, this is kind of overpowered. I'm gonna make it.
That's fair.
This fits with my character arc. Yes.
Wait. What happens if Timbrel tries to make a psionic link with you? Does he just see a wall, like, knock, knock, knock type of thing?
You
wanna try?
No, I don't know about it, but I was just curious. What would happen?
So what would happen the first time is basically, instead of like when you enter my mindscape, it looks just like a castle now.
Oh, good.
And you have to walk on the ground. So you walk up to the gate, and you just can't get in.
It's like, hello, Nyx, are you in there? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I would just like feel that you're trying to get in.
That's funny stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny stuff. I was just like, oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my Atlanta.
Okay. Now that I'm done with reminiscing, I'm just gonna kind of like sit back and chill. Kind of like lay back and chill.
Alright.
Oh, I have a question. Is that severed head with the helmet still in my bag of holding?
I mean, if you haven't pulled it out, yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't think you pulled it out. You put
From
it
the
in
tar pit, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, that'd be still in there.
Would I be able to remove the head from the helmet?
It's still very tarry.
There's a lot of tar in there. Yeah, you pull it out,
Yeah, I probably do.
and it is.
Wait, I'm still sitting next to Tomb, aren't I?
Yeah, you see him starting to reach into the bag, but you don't know what he's pulling out. And he reaches in, and just all of a sudden around the carpet, just the stench of decaying flesh just hits all of your noses and tar as he pulls out this like large helmet with like black tar around it, and you see faint indentation of a skull in there.
Doom, can we do that later, please?
Let's wait till we can get to someplace to wash it off.
How long would it take for me to okay, hold on, concentrating. How long would it take for me to just draw a picture of it?
Of just the massive tar and helmet.
Yeah, of the helmet.
It's a pretty detailed helmet.
I'm gonna like start plugging my nose. Like, can we do this later, Tomb, please?
Hey, Tomb, let's leave it in the bag until we get to someplace to wash it off.
Virgil looks around at what is. Whoa, that's cool! And he crawls up to you. What?
No, child.
Wait, Tomb, what? Where did you get that? And he's like, he's gonna try to go for a poke at the tar.
I point down to the ground.
Tomb, can you put it back in the bag? It stinks.
I honestly feel like Tomb would have pointed at the bag.
That's true.
It came with your bag of holding?
Can I grab the helmet out of Tomb's hands and put it back in the bag?
Are you gonna resist him?
I probably won't.
Alright, if he's not resisting, you grab
Just
a hold
go
of
for
the
it.
massive tar. And it's just squishy in your hands, and Virgil's like, what does it feel like?
I don't even answer. I just stuff it back in the bag.
Tomb, can I feel it?
I'm gonna lean over to Ekman. Ekman, can you reach into my bag and grab me a towel, please?
He's like plugging his nose, already has it in his hand, and holds out the towel daintily at you.
Thank you.
Already have it.
I'm gonna try holding it and trying to wipe my hands off as best I can.
Tomb, we really need to have another talk. We need to have another lesson. Oh god, it lingers.
Yep.
We need to have a talk about a lesson.
I don't understand because I can't smell anything.
I would just like to point out that we are flying forward, so it would not linger near.
It's lingering.
It's all in my hands right now.
It's right there. Oh god.
Chop off the hands. Chop them off.
No.
I can make you one.
Does that mean it's on my hands too?
We only have one person with prosthetics. We don't need another one. I'm gonna
What'd
try
you
to
say,
start
Emma?
scraping
Is there
the
any water
tar
below
hands.
us? Did I
Is
see
there water
percept?
below you?
Yeah.
So all of that ensues, and you're cleaning it off, and Ekman is just dramatically, like, theatrically gagging. And you look over the side.
Great.
You see that you
Wait, you
are
want me to roll
still
a
flying
perception
over
check?
forests.
Okay.
Huh? I was
didn't
just
know
gonna
if
tell
wanted
you.
to- Okay.
Yeah, just tell you what you see, and if you want to see more, you can roll a perception check.
Okay.
Just immediately what you see is you're flying over forest and forest. The still the same weird palm fronds with it seems to be landscape that is continuing to just go. It seems to be a constant in this area for some reason. And while you're not 6,000 feet up in the air, I imagine you're at least 100 or whatever,
Yeah.
how far up Tavis wants to be. And
Is the tar coming off? Just out of curiosity.
The tar
Or-
is clinging.
Or is it like when you step on in gum and it's just like that GIF I sent?
It's very like, so it's like the gum. Like you like reach to pull it off, it gets stuck to the other side. So like by the time you get most of it scraped off of your skin, the towel that Ekman gave you is ruined. And he grabs it and just chucks it off the side of the carpet.
That's fair. But
Never again.
There's still more though.
Is Talon still with me? You didn't die in the
As-
last session?
As he throws the towel off, can I reach over and fire a firebolt at it?
Yeah, roll the hit.
Yes.
My hands are just now
That
sticky.
is a 16.
I would say that when you are able to hit the rag and you see like all of you kind of like look off to the side as he like lets off a blinding light flash from him, and it just explodes the rag. And Ekman looks back and just looks up at you and claps and says, "Couldn't
Wait.
agree more."
Is Ekman's back to me?
I just nod and then I go back to lying down.
When he's clapping, is his hand back? Is his back to me?
He is not paying attention to you, but his back is.
I'm going to
Like-
pull my hand up and wipe it on him.
All right. Roll dexterity.
Dexterity.
He doesn't want this to happen.
Just a check, right?
Yeah.
21.
Dear Lanta.
Rolled a 19.
Yeah, you do indeed wipe it on him, and you leave the trail of dark tar going down his nice blouse that he had, and he like his like back tenses, and he like turns around slowly.
As he's doing that, I'm just gonna go back to trying to get more of it off my hand, and then look at him like, what? While still trying to.
You do realize we are. I don't know how far we are up in the air, darling.
Your point being?
You don't want to start this right now.
I'm just gonna go back to like try to pull more tar off my hands. I don't think you're gonna throw me out. Knowing you, you're not gonna throw me out.
What's your AC?
17.
All right, so you feel the calm hand of Ekman just get placed on your chest,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look up and you see steely determination in his eyes, and his hand grasps your shirt and then just pushes you over the edge.
Oh no!
Like over the edge? Over the edge?
Like 100
the
feet
top-
in the air?
The top half of your body.
Well, I'm not. I am. So I'm falling.
On him.
So I'm falling.
No,
I cast-
the top half of
He's
your
just
body.
holding you? Like, is he holding his shirt over
Yes.
the edge?
He's holding him over the edge, dangling by your shirt.
I'm gonna grab onto his hand with one of the tar-covered hands. If you're pushing me off, you're coming down with me.
He's just gonna look at you with like very large eyes.
You know, I just had a conversation with Tomb about not jumping off of magic carpets.
Tomb nods.
You're lucky you're cute, and he'll pull you back up. But then he like turns his actual back to you.
Okay, so as I get pulled back up, I'm gonna let go of his arm, and it's gonna be also covered in tar now.
He'll look down, look back up, and roll his eyes, and then sit down with his back to you.
I'm gonna look back over at Tomb while trying to peel more off.
While he's doing that, if Talon's still with me, I just want him to circle around the forest to see if he can find a body of water, and I just be looking through Talon's eyes.
So roll perception.
For Owl?
Yeah,
for me.
for your owl stats.
Okay. Let me pull up my owl stats.
And while that is happening, Virgil will crawl up to Koros's body, who still hasn't woken up.
I'm just gonna post my roll in the chat.
He still hasn't woken up? After all of this time? Wow.
And he's gonna... You see, like, Virgil start to, like, put his hands on Koros, and Valentine's like, well, child, what are you? And a green light emanates from Virgil, and Koros's eyes start to flutter open.
Flutter, flutter, flutter.
Flutter, flutter, flutter. Alright. With a 17, kind of look around and fly. You see, like, what I was explaining earlier is the massive trees with the tar pits every so often, and the weird palm trees, palm fronds on the trees. But you kind of go for like a good 10 minutes with him flying when you see a small pond.
How far away? Can I calculate how far away the pond is from us?
It would seem that the pond is probably to the north a little bit, but is not too far off from the trajectory that you guys are going.
Are we gonna have a beach episode? Is this the beach anime episode?
That'd be
Gosh
so
dang
fun.
Gosh dang it.
Could my owl hold the helmet?
Ro was like, yeah.
Let's go.
Like, how heavy
Talon.
is the helmet?
I didn't want this. I didn't want this.
But now you kind of want to.
I didn't know what I wanted, but it wasn't this.
Well, I guess if once I see that through Talon's eyes, I have Talon come back to me.
All right, yeah, he was coming back, and he kind of reaches a claw out, and the helmet kind of asphyxiates itself to his claw with a large squish sound.
Wait.
I mean, I thought about wrapping it in
none of
the
us
sash
fighting
that's
him about
around me and then
getting it-
wrapping it around Talon, but I guess that works too.
Are none of us fighting him, trying to keep him from putting it back, taking it back out?
And is still staring off the side, so he's not.
I pull out the helmet and I gesture for Talon to grab it. Does he? Does his weight, like, can he sustain it flying for a little bit?
You kind of see that. Well, like owls. What's the strength stat on your owl?
3?
Oh gosh.
Wait, +3 or A3?
A3.
Oh, good. So a -4.
All right. 1 second. Make a strength check with Talon.
Okay. I hope this works. Then I don't have to jump off.
Again, Toom said he won.
True.
If he jumps off, he's gonna have to hold Timbrel's hand for the rest of the session.
13.
All right. So, for you give this to Talon, and you try to do like tie the helmet around Talon, but he just clamps onto it with his talons. That is what his name is, after all. And he starts to fly off, and you see like he's going really strong to the edge of the carpet, and then you see him as he gets to the edge of the carpet kind of drop past. And then you look down and you see him like flopping really hard, but not necessarily nosediving. And it seems like he is going to make it there eventually.
Okay, so I guess my command to him would be to bring it to the pond and dunk it in the water a few times and try to get the head out and then come back when he's done with the helmet.
You hear distant as he's doing what you have ordered. All right. And Valentine, you hear off into the front, near the front of the carpet, sort of gasp and say, Koros, wake up! You've had enough sleep. And you hear like a low, sort of gruff voice kind of respond, Valentine. What? Ow.
Wait, so we all hear him waking up, right? In pain?
Yes. He's just like,
As that's happening, I'm falling asleep.
Good.
And he's groaning, but he like looks up and over. I don't think I'll be able to get anything for us to eat tonight. And she says, do you think I care about that? You almost died, you idiot. And Kenneth chuckles, but then his head like lolls back over, and he just lays there.
I'm going to say over to Valentine and say, well, at least he's alive, right?
He might not be for long if he can't get his act together.
That's fair. Can I try to shimmy over to him to see if there's any other anything broken or anything like any damage that needs fixed type of thing?
You look over and you see his lanky but lean hunting ranger sort of form, and his sandy blonde hair. His skin looks to be healing nicely. Looks like he might be just slightly burned a little bit instead of needing to go to the hospital. But from your just like check up and down, it looks to be that he's on the mend and that he's just sore.
Well, it doesn't look like he has any major injuries after all that. So that's good. I keep changing my Tipper's voice. I realized.
Well, I thank you for that. I guess we'll just have to wait for his lazy bum to get up.
You're not wrong. Well, like I said, at least we can rest assured that doesn't seem to be anything broken.
She nods, but kind of you see like she like looks down in like anger, but you can see that it's that anger of like, you better not do that again because I love you, sort of.
Gosh.
Like, I'm gonna kill you if you die.
Okay.
And then she like relaxes and just kind of like starts petting like his hair, and then just kind of nods.
After I see that, I'm gonna reach into my dad's bag of holding and try to find a picture of Mom. Because that was the look my mom gave me multiple times.
You reach into your bag of holding. There is most definitely a picture of your mother. It is a worn out photo. You can see that it's been folded multiple times before this was turned into a bag of holding. Seemingly fit into like a pocket. And she seems to be in very nice clothing, standing next to the figure of what seems to be your father, and it seems to be their wedding day. And your mother looks healthy and happy, and your father looks equally so.
I'm just going to scooch back and back over to where I was, and I'm going to like turn my back to Toom and just start leaning on him. Like using him as something to lean on.
Dude just kind of looks at you for a second, and then he just continues with whatever he's doing.
All right.
I'm just going to stare at the picture of Mom for a while. Mom and Dad.
You guys continue on like this. Tavis, you are the driver. Can you give me a perception check?
Yes, I can. 21.
21?
Yeah.
Nice. And Trevor, you said you'd like to shoot up straight?
Yeah, so I'm lying down, sleeping. I sit up really fast. I pull out my notebook, and I start writing down stuff that I just thought of randomly while I was asleep.
Yeah. And you see as you sit up, kind of Valentine looks up, worried at you, and then sees you pull out the notebook, and she just kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and chuckles, but you write down some more ideas that you had while you were asleep.
And I would like to pull the chocolate coin out of my pocket. And I would like to eat my chocolate coin.
All right.
Nom 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 nom.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Yes, I can. I can do that. $14.
All right. You bite into this chocolate coin, and it doesn't taste like chocolate.
Bleh.
It tastes like an orange. Tastes like a citrusy fruit.
And I'm gonna take another bite.
This time, it tastes more like a blueberry.
I'm gonna start writing down this in my notes because I'm super confused. And I'm just gonna keep eating until I finish it.
And then, Red Guest, can you check your pockets for me?
I will check my pockets. Do I need to roll or?
Nah, you check your pockets and then you feel coins in there that weren't there before.
Take them out. Huh. That's odd. Oy.
You count that you gained probably about 50 gold somehow.
Look around, up in the air. Thank you, and I'll put it back in my pockets.
Do we all hear him say thank you?
I mean, if you're not hiding it, then yes.
No, I'm not hiding it.
Yeah, everyone just randomly hears. And Nyx, it's right after you bite into the blueberry portion of this golden coin, you hear...
Now, did I lose 50?
Check your pockets.
I would like to pull out my money sack because they can't fit in my pockets.
You pull out this giant money sack that you've had, that you gained so much coinage from. I forget actually how much coinage you got.
5,430. That's what I have.
Yeah, you can... It's a little easier to lift, yeah.
Oh well. I'll inspect the bag for tears. See that there's none, obviously.
Obviously.
And I'll put it away. Just shrug. Let me mark down that I lost 50 coins.
So everyone kind of settles in to their various activities that they're now growing accustomed to, as this magic carpet travel seems to be becoming a very large part of this group's sort of mode of transportation. Yes, Tavis, with your 21, as everyone settles in and you hear the commotion behind you, you're scanning on the horizon. You see the forest beneath you with the several different tar pits. And you hear a distant coo, a frustrated, as you can guess that you're hearing Talon trying to clean off tar with water. By dunking a severed head into a pond. Several giggles emanating from the forest haven't changed as you've traveled through the entirety of this. And the mountain ranges to the east are becoming larger, of course. And you can see the familiar sight of several, and with the 21, this is what, with anything lower than a 21, you wouldn't be able to see this, but you see light smoke trails in the distance from what seems to be just someone cooking. So it seems that you might be going in the correct direction. But everything seems to be on the up and up right now. Just, you're traveling, but nothing's happening.
Cool.
I guess we'll continue on as normal.
Alright. And the rest of you, days and days continue to pass.
When does Talon come back?
Talon comes back. He hasn't yet.
Okay.
He hasn't come back yet. And every time you check on him, you see him still struggling with the helmet and the water.
Okay.
Seemingly not making any progress.
Man.
But he continues to try. Because you told him to.
Can I link with him right now?
With...
Can I just
So
tell
with
him
the
to come back?
range, it's 1,000 feet. So, because I forgot about that until after you said that, I'd say you are on the very... Actually, a couple hours pass and you're about to be on the edge of the 1,000 feet range of communication with him before you can link with him then, yeah.
Doesn't he poof if you get out of range?
No, he exists. He just can't communicate with him.
Oh, I thought he...
And he's stuck in a command.
Yeah, he is. I think I'll just call him back.
Do you poof him?
No, because then the helmet would stay there.
That's fine.
He kind of
Part of
looks
me is
down
just
at the pond.
Yeah, I just
Looks
tell him
at
to
the
come
helmet.
back and just leave.
Leave the helmet?
Yeah, I'll get another one later.
Okay. He discards the helmet, just plops it into the pond, and starts flying after you all.
Okay.
Alright. Days pass. Nothing seems to be happening. Seems to be pretty darn calm. Down below you, every so often, you hear yells. And it concerns some of you for some of the time. But as you look down, you just see Goliaths hunting and not really looking up at the sky. So you pass when nothing seems to be weird with that.
I like it.
Right now. You are now about... You're getting close to your destination now. And Virgil is just kind of laying on his back. Just kind of looking up in the sky. And he looks over to you, Tibril.
Oh no.
Are we there yet?
Not yet. Not yet, friend. We'll be there soon. Right, Tavith?
When?
I don't know when we'll be there. But we'll be there soon. Don't you worry.
So bored.
Well, he said that's like, just a second. I'm going to reach into the bag, or I'm actually going to go into. No, I put it in my dad's bag of holding. I'm going to pull out my dad's journal with all the plant stuff.
Yeah.
Virgil, you're an inquisitive child, and you learned a little bit of druid craft with Nina and Perthy, correct?
Yeah.
Well, if you want something to pass the time, I read this book when I was a child. It's my dad's journal with all of his knowledge about different plants and what medicines you can use if you want to read something. It's not super entertaining, but it's very informative.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm good at that one. 7.
7?
I rolled a 2.
He kind of looks over at the journal that you have in your hand with distaste. Thanks. That cloud looks interesting.
I'm gonna put the journal back in my butt, or in my bag. How close are we to the place?
Tavis, you would know that you are probably a couple hours away at this point.
As of right now, we're about maybe an hour, maybe an hour or two away.
Alrighty. So I was like, oh, thanks for the heads up. And I'm going to, there's something I want to do before we get to the place, before I forget. I'm going to spend 4 focus points and cast Sending.
Okay.
And I'm going
to
to send
whom
a
would you
message
like to send?
to Mom.
To Mother?
To Mother. And I am a smart boy, so I wrote down what I'm going to say. Because I wanted to make sure. And I counted out 25 words. So.
All right. Hit me.
Okay. Mom, Dad is in trouble. I'm going to go find him. Don't worry, I'll be okay. I love you. I will find him.
You feel the sense of connection, and you kind of, with how strong your connection is with your mother, you even kind of get her smell, like her scent, along with it. Her familiar scent sort of washes over you as you make this sort of verbal letter to her, and for a second there's nothing, and then you hear Tibril, you found your father? You don't put yourself in danger. All right? And that's all she says.
She didn't sound good, did she?
She sounded not great.
Would just from hearing her, does it sound worse than normal?
With your passive, you could tell that she seems to be degrading.
And that was this episode of Audio Adventures. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and most of all, please share to get out the word so we can share our story with you and keep doing what we're doing. If you have an idea for an NPC, a shop, or even an encounter, please comment down below. You might be seeing any of those in the next session or maybe even the upcoming sessions. Again, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next week. Please stay safe, everyone, and wear those seatbelts.